Let's make an adorable heart purse perfect for Valentine's Day and beyond. Get the free pattern from SewMuchAdo.com, also linked in the caption. Print it out at 100% scale. You'll also need a main fabric, lining fabric, a 6-inch or longer zipper, fusible fleece, and fusible lightweight interfacing. Tape pages 1 and 2 of the pattern together and roughly cut out each pattern piece. Be sure to keep track of the additional pieces to cut box on the first pattern page. It's time to cut out our fabrics and interfacings as instructed on the pattern pieces. On the main fabric back pieces, you'll also need to mark the strap placements with chalk or a disappearing ink pen. If you'd like to adjust the strap length, you can cut it longer than instructed, but often the width of fabric, or about 44 inches, is a great length. When cutting the fusible interfacing for the strap, it usually makes sense to cut the length as a few shorter pieces that can all be joined together when applying the interfacing. For the other fusible interfacing pieces, you'll want to cut them slightly smaller than the fabric pieces you'll fuse them to, so trim off a 1/4 inch from the pattern piece edges as you cut. We'll trim off another 1/4 inch from the pattern piece when we cut the fusible fleece pieces, so that they sit just inside of the seam allowances without adding bulk. The interfacing and fusible fleece will be fused to the main fabric pieces, with the interfacing applied to the wrong side of the fabric first, followed by the fusible fleece on top of the interfacing. I love to use my Cricut Easy Press for this, as it saves a ton of time and makes me a lot less annoyed while fusing interfacing. When adding the fusible fleece, press from the fabric side to avoid melting the fusible fleece. If you cut your strap interfacing in pieces like I did, overlap the edges slightly as you add them to the strap piece. While we have our strap piece handy, we'll prepare it to be stitched later on. Press it in half longwise, wrong sides together. Next, open the fold and press each long edge toward the center fold line. Fold the strap back in half along the center line and press again. We now have all of our pieces ready for the fun part, sewing of course. First, we need to shorten the zipper to 6 inches if it's longer than that. Measure and mark 6 inches from the top stop. Next, place one short edge of one zipper tab 1/2 inch past the marked line and pin it in place. Next, we'll repeat at the top stop and the other zipper tab. The zipper tab should extend 1/2 inch above the top stop. I like to measure from just below the metal so it will be covered by the zipper tab once that's stitched on. Once both tabs are pinned in place, stitch each tab to the zipper 1/2 inch from the edge of each zipper tab. Your stitches will be just below the middle of the top stop and along the chalked 6-inch mark. Press each tab flat, being careful to not press on the zipper directly as it can melt. Now we can trim any excess zipper 1/4 inch from the bottom stitch line. It's time to sew the zipper to the front main pieces. I love to use Wonder Tape for almost all of my zippers, but you can also use pins or clips. Place the right side of the zipper on the right side of the front bottom piece, aligning and centering the zipper tape edge with the top straight edge of the fabric. The zipper tabs will overhang the front piece on each side. Next, place the lining front bottom piece on the wrong side of the zipper, right side down, and again matching the straight edges. If you're not using Wonder Tape, pin all 3 layers together with the zipper sandwiched between. You can see that both the right side of the zipper and the right side of the lining are facing the right side of the main fabric. Stitch 1/4 inch from the raw edges. Press both the main fabric and lining flat along the seam, matching the wrong sides of the fabrics and away from the zipper. Next, we'll repeat the same steps to attach the front top pieces to the other edge of the zipper. First, again using Wonder Tape if you'd like, place the straight edge of the main fabric front top piece along the top edge of the zipper. Make sure it's centered with the bottom piece and zipper. Now we can do the same with the lining top front piece, sandwiching the zipper between the 2 front top pieces. Pin all 3 layers together if not using Wonder Tape and stitch 1/4 inch from the raw edges. Press each top piece away from the zipper. Next, top stitch 1/4 inch away from the top and bottom of the zipper. Go ahead and trim the excess zipper tab on each side. It's time to sew the strap and attach it to the purse. First, stitch close to each long edge of the strap. Next, pin the strap to the main back piece as marked. Stitch each strap end to the back piece with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. Trim away the excess strap edges. Now we get to join the front and back pieces together, but first we need to open the zipper at least part way. The lining back piece won't be added until the next step, so keep it aside for now. Place the front and back pieces right sides together and pull the strap through the zipper opening to help keep it out of the way. Pin or clip the front and back raw edges together. Be sure that the straps are both still sandwiched parallel to the zipper as you're pinning those areas. Stitch around the entire heart shape with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. It's time to add the lining. This technique is what allows us to have a beautiful finish inside and out with no raw edges or binding needed on the inside of the purse. Right sides together, place the back lining piece on the front lining piece. Pin all raw edges together with the straps placed neatly together along one side, somewhere above the bottom point. The location of the straps is where we'll leave an opening to later turn the purse right side out. Stitch around the pinned edges with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, leaving a 3 to 4 inch opening where the straps are hanging out. I find it easiest to sew with the fusible fleece side up so you can follow that previous stitch line as closely as possible. Next, we need to trim the seam allowance to a 1/4 inch, but do not trim the edges at the opening we left. Clip closely to, but not through the stitches of the top and bottom points of the heart shape. To make it easier to stitch the opening closed once we turn the purse right side out, press the lining fabric at the opening back a 1/2 inch. We are so close to being finished. Carefully turn the purse right side out through the opening. We'll soon stitch the opening closed, but I first like to turn it completely right side out to make sure everything looks great. If not, you can still go back and re-stitch or re-clip areas that need adjustments. Turn the bag lining side out again so we can stitch the opening closed. Pin the pressed edge to just barely cover the stitch line. I like to use a ladder stitch to sew the opening closed. You'll want to make sure your stitches go through the lining layers but don't go all the way through to the main fabric. It's time to turn the purse right side out and do our final press. Pressing will ensure our heart shape has nice clean curves. I like to finger press first before using the iron. To adjust the strap length, or for the littlest of purse wearers, you can tie the strap into a knot if you'd like. And that's it! Great job! You've sewn a beautifully finished heart purse. Be sure to subscribe and follow along for more sewing, craft, and DIY tutorials.